Hello again, and welcome to the second of this 6 guided meditation series to help you get going in your meditation. I'm going to begin with a poem from another Sufi mystic named Rumi, who lived in the 12th century. It's called The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning there's a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. They may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. That's pretty welcoming, isn't it? So please, you have some experience now of sitting comfortably upright. You have the experience of discovering that your mind wanders, which we'll focus on a bunch today. But now, with great kindness, please come home to your upright posture. Notice how remarkably alive your body is. Everywhere awareness lands, you'll notice in your hands, there's life. In your feet and legs, there's life. In your eyes, in your back where it presses against the chair, or your buttocks pressing against the chair, it's alive. And now, letting your eyes close comfortably again. No hurry, and you can leave them open and downcast if you like. Settle in for 10 or 15 minutes of training the heart-mind to be present. The common translation of mindfulness actually misses something of the Pali language word sati, which would better be translated as heart-mind. So perhaps we might think that we are practicing heart-mindfulness. And now, to begin your practice, notice that the breathing is coming and going. It's coming and going, just as it has been ever since you were born. And please remember, we're not trying to stop the mind. Stopping the mind is really a fool's errand. It doesn't really work. It's like trying to stop the wind. So instead of that, make an intention to be aware of the mind just exactly as it is. And we can also begin to notice now that each breath has a beginning. Each breath has a rising to fullness. Each breath has an ending. This is, of course, just like everything else in the universe on this side of the Big Bang. Everything which has a beginning has an ending. So please come home to your in-breathing and out-breathing, and perhaps make use of your noting process. Rising, rising, falling, falling. Wandering, wandering. The human mind wanders thousands of times a day. What's really mysterious is that most people don't even know their mind wanders. But you do now. And you are beginning the journey of becoming more and more friendly with your wandering mind. And also becoming more at ease with whatever it wanders to. Rising, rising, falling, falling. Please notice if you're holding your forehead tight, or your jaw, or your neck, your throat, or your abdomen. Any tension you discover anywhere in the body, it's okay to just let go of it. Much of it we can't, but that which is under volition, why not just let your throat soften? You may notice that you don't decide what thoughts, what wandering will happen. The mind itself does that on the base of previous actions and thoughts. But what you can do with heart mindfulness is to simply release any thoughts that come, just like you'd release a handful of leaves into the wind. Just because you don't have to correct thoughts, you don't have to plant special new thoughts. In this practice, we're just noticing the fact of thinking. And that the thoughts too have a beginning and an end. Sometimes people wonder a lot, am I doing it wrong? Because I should be able to control this mind. And the answer is, well, no, of course not. To do it correctly is simply to do it, to make the time to stop, to be aware of being alive and breathing in and breathing out. Rising, rising. Falling, falling, wandering, wandering. And your particular mind at this moment might be having certain classes of thoughts. Some minds tend toward worry. Some tend toward planning. Some tend toward self-hatred or remorse, or simply anxiety. Some specialize in future thoughts and some specialize in past-oriented thoughts. Simply notice without getting caught up in them and going off on a thinking journey. Oh yes, this is the past. Oh, this is the future. This is worry. This is gossip. This is aversion and storytelling. Noticing the mind for what it is, which is the mind. It's a great theater of past and future and of imagination. And it's not that we're going to give up on imagination. In fact, you'll become better at using your imagination when you can know what the mind is doing. Rising, rising, falling, falling. Please notice the quality of mind. We're not only interested in being with in-breathing and out-breathing, we're learning to recognize the mind when it's agitated or frightened or lonely or calm or tranquil. Be here now, the simplest guidance. Be here now. Each time you notice the mind wandering, you create the optimal conditions for a moment of awakening. You'll be lost in a trance of the wandering mind, and then quite suddenly, you'll be here. Oh, right, wandering mind. Some minds have a tendency then to judge, but that's okay. If the mind is judging, you simply notice judging, judging. And you come back using heart mindfulness to be here now. And now, as we come to the time of ending of this practice, we could once again notice life here, there, and everywhere in the body. We could be specific and notice in the feet, in the hands, in the back, in the eyes, in the face. Coming home to yourself. Notice now particularly the life in the throat and the cheeks and the jaw. The life in the scalp and the ears. The sensations in the eyes. And now, notice the intention which is in mind. The intention to open your eyes. And then operationalize that intention. Notice it takes some effort. It takes some effort, and then let your eyes open. And notice that seeing begins. Seeing. And this mindfulness of seeing is something that you can do at different moments throughout the day. Hearing and being present. honoring the reality of hearing, which of course also happens throughout your days.